should figure the size that it should be.
Okay. Okay. So what you're telling me is on each sub-panel, and these are the sub-panels, in addition to the information we have here, what we need is the total load
Yeah, for each sub-panel.
for each sub-panel. Okay, well that we can certainly do
it's
very
pretty
quickly.
easy. Then once you get the load value, then you're able to distinguish what size conductor needs to run from the service panel to the sub-panel. So they call that a feeder.
I think we did that 6 gauge. The cable is all of the cable, todos los cables que llegan a cada es de 6.
Solo 1.8.
1.8.
Solo un cable de 8. Solo un cable.
Y lo demás son 6. Alright, so there's one that's an 8 gauge and all the rest of them have 6 gauge. But what we're going to do then is get a documentation of...
See, the size 8 would only be good. I think it's up to 40 amps, if I'm not mistaken. And that's questionable, pulling that into a sub-panel. So the trick is you do your load calculation, like I think you started doing that on this one right here. Okay. And then you're able to find out what the total amperage is.
Of everything.
Once you figure out the total amperage, that tells you the size of the conductor. So just guessing.
For each panel.
Yeah.
This is for everything.
That's for everything.
But for each panel.
Each sub-panel, you'll have to do kind of like what you did there, but scale it down for that sub-panel. Once you find out what that load calculation is needed for that sub-panel, then you can figure out the size of the conductor. Okay. So rather than have the panels pulled open right now, I want you guys to do that first.
Okay.
When you finally do that, probably when we go to do a service upgrade, you
that will only take a few days.
Yeah. Once you put that in, and I come back to do a service upgrade, then at that time you can have the sub-panel covers open, and you'll have the load calculations for
each panel. Okay.
And I'll be able to say, okay, here's the service panel. You got the right size service panel, good show. We got the STG&E work order, good. That looks good to go. All right, what's load calcs now from the service to the sub panels? And you'll say, okay, load calculations 50 amps. Okay, what size conductor did you run? We used a number or whatever. Okay, well the table tells us that you picked the right conductor.
Yeah. Or even a bigger conductor than
bigger's fine.
Bigger's fine.
Yeah, that's not.
I'm pretty sure we got that. Yeah. Okay.
So that's what we'll do. So let's not open up the panels until that's done. Okay. And like I said, that could all be done at the time of service upgrade if necessary.
Oh well, that's not going to happen for weeks and weeks. You mean when they do that's not going to happen?
That's 8 weeks from now.
Oh, at least 8 weeks.
Okay. Well, if you call me back then sooner, that's fine. We can do the sub panel.
Well, I don't want to waste your time with just multiple.
Yeah, that's fine. So then let's do this. Get the sub panel calculations figured out. Have me come back out. We'll look at it and make sure everything looks fine, and then we'll kind of go from there.
Okay. Would you like to look at what the work I'm doing on the gas meter upgrade? Just to see what we're doing and okay. I mean, it's not electrical. It's you know, the other building permit, but that is basically aside from getting that documentation on the sub panels. We're done with the electrical work as far as I can tell. Let's upgrade that and get that documentation on the sub panel. So at this point, I'm going on to the gas line. Okay, what we have done, is and I have documentation, but what we have done is we have dug out in here a large space where the new larger gas meter will go.
You sure they want that in there? Is that what STG
Well, that's what they gave me all kinds of documentation, but they said it has to be off the drive. Well, they didn't say. They gave me lots of.
This is what I would say. Whenever STG&E wants, that's their business.
Yeah.
Okay, so everything after the meter would be our business.
Okay, so my intention is to At this point, probably knock this out as well, get more access. Okay, okay. We watered the plants. And then put in concrete block and rebar. Obviously everything, I've just basically put all of it there ready to go for pouring concrete. Prior to pouring concrete, I was hoping to get them, San Diego Gas and Electric, to come out and look at what we've got done before I pour concrete. And also you could come out and have a look. And
yeah, so with the SDG&E relocation, they'll kind of dictate what they want.
Okay, and
then just kind of follow the rules. The gas line now, I think you rerouted all the gas. Is that right? Did you do a load calculation?
yes, I did.
Yeah. Did we ever sign that off?
Yes, you did.
Okay.
For the gas line?
Yeah.
As far as I understand it, at this point, the entire gas line is all approved, and the only thing remaining on this is having a space for a larger gas meter.
Okay, so what I noticed that with Sam, what he put down is that
Sam?
Yeah, Sam was out here one time.
Oh,
He
okay.
did an underground gas test, I
Yes.
believe. But I believe you had all new gas line put in. Wasn't that so?
That part, yes.
Was it just going out to the barbecue?
Yes.
Or did you upsize the gas line for the water heater?
No, it's the same. Well, I mean, I had a gas line running there, but clearly after looking at how I had it done with the gas line not big enough and all that, I put all new gas line. It's underground, and it's got that, what do they call it, wired for
PEX?
For finding it.
It's a PE line with the tracer wire. Okay,
Tracer wire.
So let me pose the question again. So, did you run new gas line above ground?
No,
Nothing.
no, I replaced old gas line that was above ground but was too small.
Okay.
Per the load.
Yeah. So that was above ground.
That was above ground.
Okay. So you replaced that.
Yeah, replace that with larger.
In the computer, I don't see that being signed off just yet.
You know? Okay. I just want to stand in the
Yeah,
shade.
that's fine. So what we need to do is we do need to test that now. Just kind of reviewing.
Oh, we did a pressure test.
Did we?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Did we get that recorded?
I don't know. It's easy enough to do again. We have all the, we could hook that up and have a pressure test done again. But it all tested out. Oh, in addition, I see what you're mentioning, that when you first came here for the pressure test, we hadn't done that underground line that goes over to the grills and stuff. Okay, but then we had that when Sam came out. We had everything pressure and under pressure for the.
So when Sam was here, that was everything.
Everything, all the way to the end.
In the computer, he only has his underground